I did not account for the ad break. Hello, we're gonna try this again. Hello. I am so sorry. We're also in the middle of ads. I will wait. I will wait for you. Hopefully the mic is sounding okay. I did a couple of things. Hello, we're back from ads. Hello. It is Tuesday. Gotta do the whole spiel just in case someone missed it from ads. I did a little troubleshooting. I restarted my laptop, and that usually fixes my mic cord problem. But I do have the second one right here just in case. I did a test recording with it. Everything seems okay. So, this is the wrong costume for the board I want to do, I just noticed. So, I also purposefully, wanted to avoid the Melia costume change. And it's nothing with Melia, I feel like we've just seen it a lot. So, hopefully, everything's good. If people are still here, refresh. We're live again. We're gonna be Pyre Princess. Sure. Sure, you can be against Green Team. Okay. But this time, since it's 1 o'clock already, we're just gonna do 35 and see where it puts us. Because we're already like a half hour in where I'd normally be. So we're just gonna do 35. We're just gonna do 35. Everything is totally fine. Like, yeah, 50 turns would put us at like 2.5 to 3 hours, and I don't feel like chancing that right now. So, yeah, hopefully everything sounds okay. If people are coming in, let me know how it sounds. Because I did extensive testing. I got really frazzled. I got really frazzled and upsetty spaghetti. I got a little upsetty spaghetti. Sometimes you just have to scream. Hello, Jade. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. 6. Oh my god. Why that number right there? I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Dressed fearless, say yes, we don't dress to impress. There's that hydrate for you. Does the mic sound okay? I hope it does. Again, I am like a little paranoid, because sometimes my mic loves to be a butthead, and anytime I like barely touch the cord or it barely moves, it's like, oh, robot. So, and I did lots of test recordings and double checked everything. So, but hello, Jade. Hello. Yeah, I just got real frazzled. Sometimes you gotta scream. Like the one song. What is it about Zac Efron being super angsty in High School Musical? Like, those are like the best. His solo songs are like the best songs. You got Bet on it, and was it Scream? I don't know what to do. Makes me wanna scream. Yeah, that one. I've only seen High School Musical 3 twice. I think twice. The first time I ever saw High School Musical 3 was in 2020 when the world shut down for COVID and we had nothing to do. And it was also back in the time where we didn't have rapid testing. So if you had to get tested for COVID, you had to wait like 3 days. And in those 3 days, you could not go anywhere. So, and my husband had to get tested because he was like real sick. We were pretty sure it was strep throat. But also by the time they called him and said, yeah, we're negative for COVID, he was already better. There's nothing they can do, but it's whatever. But we had to like quarantine for 3 days. So, yeah, Allie had to miss like a few days of kindergarten, and we were stuck at home, and we had just gotten Disney Plus. So, and we could watch all the High School Musical movies, and that's what we did. We watched a lot of Disney movies in that time. So, that was the first time I had ever watched High School Musical 3. And a lot of it is because it was a theatrical release. So it was in theaters. And I hardly ever went to the movies, to the theaters, like, as a kid. Like, I hardly ever even go now. I feel like a lot of, like, streaming services have ruined the movie theater experience, as well as, like, you know, COVID. But yeah, 2020 was the first time I watched High School Musical 3, because I watched the first one. I watched first one, watched second one a lot. Second one's my favorite. Bet on It is so iconic. Yay! Hello, Frost. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Hopefully it's better than mine playing Sneak and Snore. UK at home test got posted. Gotcha. Gotcha. At least we eventually got the rapid testing. Yeah, at least we got the rapid testing, which is so much better, honestly. And it feels more accurate, too, in the rapid testing. Because, and also, when all of us got sick, right after Thanksgiving, when all of us got sick, and I took Allie to the doctor. I took Allie to the doctor when she had the stomach flu. They tested her for flu and COVID. You know, they stuck the swab way up in her nose, and, you know, the not fun experience. And then, like a couple weeks after that, I went to the ER. I did not get tested for flu and COVID. I did not get tested for flu and COVID. And then, like, the Sunday before Christmas, Riley got sick, and I took her to the ER. She did not get tested for COVID. Like, what? And we went to the same ER. Like, the same ER. Like, the ER in our hometown. Like, it's the same ER. You know, you'd think, like, if they're gonna test one with, like, the same symptoms, they should test us all, really. But no, only Allie got tested. And, like, that's a choice to only test the 10-year-old. But maybe it's, like, and it's, like, symptoms? But, like, we had, like, the same symptoms. It's like, we've had the same symptoms. Like, we've had a stomach bug. You know, we had, you know, vomiting, diarrhea, you know, the dehydration. I was probably the most dehydrated, honestly. I had the worst of it. But, like, it's like the same symptoms. It's like you're gonna test one but not the others? That's weird. And it's like, yeah, if you have the symptoms of, sure, get tested. But, like, all three of us went into the same ER for the stomach bug. And only one of us got tested for COVID. Like, like, what we doing? Hey, a streak. Let's go. Let's go. Did I say hi to Frost? I feel like I did, but if I did not, hello, and if I did, you get a second one. Hello, Frost. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I did, because it was Sneak and Snore that popped up. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes I forget. I'm already frazzled. Because, okay, I'm a stay-at-home mom, right? I have 2 children to make sure they don't die. So I am in charge of 2 humans. And sometimes these 2 humans get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. I get so frazzled. I am all over the place. And sometimes I just want some time to myself and, like, kind of a decompress, have adults around instead of being pestered every 2 seconds for eating a bowl of cereal. Like, I started slurping on the milk, and, like, barely a sip into the slurping of the milk, I hear, "Are you done, Mommy?" I love my kids, don't get me wrong. But sometimes But sometimes, oh, but sometimes you could only handle mommy so much before you just explode. But you can't explode because that would be bad to explode on your children and take it out on them. It's not their fault. You just going back to my point. Sometimes you gotta scream. Sometimes you gotta scream. And that's what I do. Sometimes you gotta scream, sometimes you gotta cry. It's funny and annoying. I went the whole 2020 without COVID, and the first month 2021 I got it. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I don't think I have ever had COVID. I don't think I ever had it. I have been tested one time for COVID, and that was when I went into the hospital to have Riley, because it was early 21, because it was March of 21, and they're like, yeah, we gotta test you, you know, just for whatever, because you can only have like up to 2 visitors at a time, I believe. At least at the time at the hospital, you can have 2 visitors. Nice. And, you know, they had to, like, test everyone and the patients, and I was negative, of course. But, man, that was a strange feeling, having that swab stuck way up into your nose. It's like they're touching your brain in there. But I only ever had to get tested for COVID one time. So, and I am honestly thankful, because poor Allie, I believe, I want to say when she busted her head open when she was in kindergarten, which was like November 2020, I want to say she had to get tested for COVID because it was 2020. Everyone was getting tested for COVID. And she had to have the swab all the way in her nose. And then I feel like some other time she's been in the hospital, they've had to like swab her nose for COVID. And then they had to do it like 2 times because she got real sick like the week before Christmas. And it's like they swabbed her again. It's like, dude, you just tested her for COVID like 3 weeks ago. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But yeah, it was all that happened was stomach bug and stress and all that fun stuff. The joys of being sick. Yeah. But as of right now, nobody's really sick as far as I know. Everyone's over their stomach bugs. I heard the mailbox just now. Everyone's over their stomach bugs. No one's got any other sickness. So I think we are good to go. Because being sick is no fun. So I'm very thankful I am back to normal. Because it took a while. It took a while for me to get like back to like normal. So, but I'm thankful. Bowser's appearing act? I don't even know where Bowser is right now. Where is he? Where are you? And I'm oh, I'm gonna get got. Oh no. Shawty had the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, oh, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get, yep. Oh, I'm the only one. No, my money! Ugh. Man. It's just not my day. I just got that money. Also, when we all got COVID in 21, my dad, both my brothers, and myself caught it. My mom didn't catch it. That's crazy. At least I'm shooting the torpedoes. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think I know my Vegeto's parents, my husband's parents, my in-laws, however other descriptors I can for those people. They have had COVID like a couple of times, but they're also older and they have health issues. So that's like oh no. So if someone's got COVID up there, or if someone's like sick, then it's like we need to like stay away a little bit. Wait till everyone's better. Where are we going? Nice. So, cause both Vegeto's parents have high blood pressure. They have a myriad of health issues. Like my father-in-law has heart problems. He has a pacemaker. COPD. So he's got some issues, and I think he's the one that's had COVID a couple times. So, yeah, it's one of those, like, if that household gets sick, it's like, okay, we won't stop by for a little bit. But I don't think anyone here has gotten, like, COVID, like, in any official capacity. Because I know, like, the whole thing was like, oh, sometimes you can, like, carry the virus, but you're asymptomatic or whatever. And it's, it's a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into all of that, but that was the thing that could happen. Like, so if we did have COVID, none of us would have known. Because we probably would have had, like, the antibodies to fight it. Because, like in any, like, zombie apocalypse show or movie, someone carries an antivirus to, that'll help prevent, the disease. I do remember one of the K-dramas we had watched last year? Around this time last year? Maybe? I can't remember. It was last year. It was called Happiness. And it's one of those, like, kind of zombie shows. And the thing is, someone contracts a disease, and if you bite people... bite people or like touch the blood or whatever, you get infected. Oh no, it's if you get bit or scratched. If you get bit or scratched, you can get infected. And the main girl got scratched, but didn't show any symptoms whatsoever, didn't like change at all, didn't turn per se. But she had, something in her blood. Something in her blood was like, yeah, you can fight this virus and we can come up with a cure. And that's how it ended. But the ending, it needed one more episode. Everything was good up until like the end. And you can definitely feel like oh shit, we need to end it. And it should have been an episode longer. But overall, it was really, really good. So yeah. Anyway. Anywho. But also this is coming from a person who's only ever had like, as far as I can remember, I have only ever had one flu shot in my life. If I had him as a kid, I don't remember. But I've only ever had like one flu shot in 2020 when I was pregnant. So it's like, if you're gonna get a flu shot while you're pregnant's probably the best bet. And I don't think I ever really had the flu. I think I've maybe had like the flu one time, but I don't get like sick. I get stomach bugs, I get colds, I get sinus infections. I am prone to sinus infections. I have sinus issues out the wazoo. But like, as for like flu, bronchitis, like no, I don't get that sick. And it's like, I hardly ever like get fevers too. Like I can probably count on one hand the number of fevers I have had for as far back as I can remember. I had one when I was pregnant with Allie, and I didn't know I was pregnant with her at the time, but I did have a fever. I remember getting a fever one time at home, and I don't want to talk about the experience. It was rough. Because I was like so confused as to what I was feeling. Because I never gotten like a fever that bad before. Go away, bot. Thanks, game. And then I maybe had a fever like one other time, but that second one I had was like probably the worst one. Because I was like, shivering and, the sweats and everything. You needed to break the fever, so it was rough. But yeah, I could probably count on like one hand the amount of fevers I have had. At least like real bad fevers I've had. I may have had like, oh, my temp got slightly higher, but never a full-blown over 100 that I remember. So kill it with fire. Yes. I'm sorry, I like the witch outfit, so I'm not gonna change it. It's a good one. The witch outfit's pretty good. There is a pirate outfit, which would have been more fitting for this board, and it is also purple. I mean, purple's my favorite color, can't you tell? Purple is my favorite color. Hello? There we go. Couldn't get it going for a second. Hello? Oh, there went in. Yeah. I got stuck a couple times. I think my Zeal button wasn't operating like it's supposed to. It's not operating like it's supposed to. Ow. Anyone like just talk or like just do something like normal as fuck with your mouth and your teeth hit each other? Like your top teeth and bottom teeth like hit each other and it hurts? That just happened to me. It's like I was just gonna start talking and then like my teeth hit each other. I'm like, ow! Ah, it hurts so bad. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the bed balls are there. But they're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you know what? Yes. I'll pay one singular coin. It is me. Hello. Hi. I have the money. 1 coin for the broke bitch. Hello, Flava. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Why did they not continue making board-specific costumes for each character? The world may never know. Exactly! We have the technology to do something like this. But they used all that budget from Mario Kart World. I personally feel like there may be some DLC in the future to give Donkey Kong. I was gonna like full government name, Donkey Kong. DK. To give DK and Pauline more costumes. Because they only have one extra one. They need more. DK and Pauline need more costumes. But I love all the costumes in Mario Kart World. That was like one of the first things I ever did in the game was try to unlock all the costumes. But hello, never guess purple is your favorite color. I know, crazy, right? There's our question of the day. Do you want to wield a sword? It's topical because yesterday I was playing Final Fantasy 16 and I was getting very carried away. Oh, I have it. Run. I'm the one that has. No! Damn it. Come on. Give it back. Run away. No! Oh, he didn't get it. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I feel like I'd be okay with a sword. When I was younger, I would always kind of give like my OCs like dual-wielding swords. Like, okay, so to express how I was as a young tween, middle schooler, if you will, in my mind, I had like this anime plot going in my head, pulling from like real life friends and people as like the main characters. And of course, you know, me being, you know, me in my own head, I was the main protag, and I had like, you know, my weapon of choice was dual wielding katana. So that's what I yeah, I had like dual wielding swords, and you know, that's kind of what I attached myself to. But now, you know, I've talked about this before, and this is what Blue has attached herself to when I tell this. My own, like, if I were to have like superpowers, I were to have energy manipulation, and I have a specific like combat style that I would use it with. And I have written fan fictions in kind of this like superpower AU, specifically with like this set of powers for me. And I have written a 12v1 fight versus EXO. I have done that before, and for whatever reason, Blue has latched herself onto that little factoid, and she just finds it so entertaining, and it's really funny. It's really funny that she finds it entertaining to me. It gives me life. So I'm not allowed to wield a sword. I keep eating them. Don't eat the sword! How could you? But yeah, I feel like a sword in my hands, it would feel really cathartic for me, but not for other people. Cause, my favorite thing my favorite thing to say yesterday was, "Hello, my name is Clive, I'll be your killer today," and slice. Just slice and dice. Metal go crunch. Metal does go crunch. I don't recommend eating metal under any other circumstance. Okay. He's going after his brother. Also, speaking of metal, almost 3 years ago at this point, Riley ate metal. She ate a hairpin. Okay, when I say a hairpin, think of like a barrette. Like a little kid's big sparkly barrette. Not like super big, but it was neon green and sparkly when she ate it. And it was not sparkly when it came out. But yeah, her eating that hairpin caused us to be in the hospital for like 5 days. Because it happened Tuesday. No, not 5 days. It happened Tuesday. We got home Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days. Bro! Damn it. It went to 0. Why did it count? But yeah, Riley has eaten metal before. She has swallowed a hairpin. And she has never once had a hairpin in her hair ever again since then. And it happened on stream. I will tell you this. It happened on stream. It was the first time I played Mario Party 6. And it was fair square. Again, I remember these details. And Riley was eating her potatoes like she normally does. And I hear, and I keep an eye on her. Like, she was set up like right next to me eating her potatoes. And Riley is like barely 2 years old at this point in time. She barely turned 2. She's like a month after turning 2. So she's real little. So I keep an eye on her, just to kind of, make sure. And then I hear this coughing. And then I'm like, I hear the coughing and her hair's down. Her hair's down. And it's like, that's weird because her hair's so long, especially like the front of her hair. So we grabbed hairpins and pinned her bangs back so she could eat. So her hair's not in her face. That's where the hairpin comes from. So, and I look there, and it's like, okay, it was bright neon green and sparkly. And I'm like kind of scanning everywhere, and I don't see it. I don't see that hairpin. And again, neon green and sparkly. You can't miss it. It's like, did she eat it? And then like right after stream, I was looking everywhere in that chair. And it's like, oh no, she ate it because I could not find it anywhere. Could not find that hairpin anywhere. So right after stream, I pick up Allie from school. And we go to the ER. We go to the ER. And I tell him, so my 2-year-old ate a hairpin. And then they took her back for x-rays. And they're like, yep, can't confirm it's in her stomach. We'll send you over to this town an hour away. This bigger hospital an hour away. So they've got a scope. They can just reach in, grab it, pull it out. Be all good to go, right? Well, Riley is a very small child. Riley is a very small child. So we get there, and it's like 10 p.m. when they take her back for the procedure. And we got told some awful news. They did not have a scope small enough for Riley. So it's like, we gotta send you to this children's hospital in a big city. And it's like, fuck. And again, 10 p.m. and we're told we have to go to a bigger hospital where they have the materials where they're more equipped to handle smaller children. So we come up with a plan. We had 2 vehicles at the time. So Vegito goes back home, gets a bag packed, and then we agreed to meet up at this other city where they have a shop for Vegito's work. So I parked my car there and we just, consolidated our stuff in one vehicle. But also, while I was walking out with child in arm, I almost got trafficked. That was fun. Because there was this, empty parking lot, 10 p.m., dead of night. I walk by this van with the lady roll down the window. It's like, hey, can you help me? And I'm like, no, I need to GTFO. No. And I just walked on my way, and like, that was extremely suspicious. So, yeah. So, we go to the other hospital, the bigger hospital, and, the pin moves far enough in her, digestive system that they cannot reach it going down her throat. So they concluded, we'll just keep monitoring it. Once it gets past a certain point in the large intestine, then we'll be in the clear. She'll pass it. You guys can go home. So it was just like a couple days of just monitoring her. So every day they came in with an x-ray, checked where the pin was. Once it got past a certain point, they're like, all right, she'll pass it. The next day, she pooped it out. The next day. Yeah, lots of apple juice, lots of Miralax. Oh, that was a fun time. That was 3 years ago. That was great. I mean, I eat magnesium fairly regularly. Chlorophyll, that is. I don't think I've eaten any pure magnesium so far. Left A up, B right. Left A up, B right. A up, B right. B right. I'm never right, though. Down, up. Down, up, A. B, left, up. Down, up, A. Down, up, A. Shit! Oh, B, left, up. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Thank you, Yoshi. But yeah, the whole hairpin saga happened in April of 23. And that was a fun adventure. Yeah, ever since then, like almost 3 years ago at this point, Riley has never had a hairpin in her hair. Allie always has a hairpin in her hair. That's just kind of her thing. But like, she has never swallowed a hairpin. And also from that point onward, anytime we need to hold Riley's hair back for her to eat, we've gotten headbands. Headbands to hold her hair back. So, yeah. It's always the second child. It is always the second child. The second child is the one that gives you the most grief. Oh, man. Yeah, Allie busts her head open on a playground at school. Riley swallows hairpins. That's my children in a nutshell. Yeah, and when I went to... Yeah, because that was an interesting phone call when Allie busted her head open. Because she was at school. She was in kindergarten. And I'm just chilling. And again, I'm pregnant at this time. I am pregnant with Riley at this time. So I get a phone call from the school. And the first thing they say is, you know, there's been an accident. And it's like, you know, Allie was in an accident. Allie had an accident. She may need stitches. And my heart just sank. It sank so much. Because the first sentence, it lulls you into a false sense of security. When they say, oh, they had an accident, your first thought was, oh, they peed their pants. That's not a big deal. I can bring them a change of clothes, no problem. But no, when you follow up with they had an accident, they may need stitches. My heart just sank. And then I got an explanation of she slipped and bumped her head like just right on a bolt on one of the playground equipments. And they're like, yeah, I need to come pick her up. It's like, okay. So I went to the school. And when I went to pick her up, she's chilling there, like, you know, paper towel to her head, just chatting away with the staff, like, no big deal. It's like, really, kid? Really? So, and they're like, yeah, you made it to go to, like, her doctor and see what they want to do. Ow. See what they want to do. And if not, like, just, you know, do whatever you need to do. And it's like, I take her home, and I'm, like, trying to call her regular doctor, who is, like, half hour away. Couldn't get a hold of anybody. So it's like, well, fine. And I called the clinic in the town that we're in. And I asked them, like, hey, this is what happened. Do I need to bring her in or just go to the ER? And they're like, just take her to the ER. Everything will be fine. So I take her to the ER. They look at it. There was like two options we could have done. Because it was like the gash was just big enough that it needed something. We could not let it go. So they're like, we can either do like surgical glue, but it's like on her scalp with all her hair, or we can put a staple in it. And they're like, probably only needs like one staple. So I opted for the staple because the care for it, you can still wash your hair. Nothing's really gonna happen. It's just a staple in the hair. So that's what I opted for, is the staple. And they're like, well, after, we'll probably put it in for a week, and we'll take a look at it. We'll get it taken out after a week. All you gotta do is just walk into the clinic, tell them why you're there, they'll take care of you. And that's exactly what happened. Got the staple in her head. A week later, went to the clinic, and they said, they took her back, and the nurses pulled the staple out, and Allie did so good. Like, she did so well getting the staple out. Wow, really? That they gave her 2 suckers. Yeah, 2 suckers for a 5-year-old is a gold mine. Like, for real. So yeah, she did so well, she got 2 suckers when they pulled out her staple. But also, hey, American healthcare system, that one singular staple was $1,000! Yeah, I got the bill for that ER visit. It was $1,000! One tiny, like half-inch staple in the side of her head. $1,000! Like, what do you mean? What do you mean that tiny little staple's $1,000? I mean, I got the bill for my ER visit last month. And I don't like the amount of money that is. Because like I have insurance, but I don't go to the doctor enough to meet the deductible to have everything covered. So that's a thing. But it's like 1,500. I think was my ER bill. That'll get paid at some point, I'm sure, but yeah. American healthcare. Insurance is such a scam. I hear horror stories of insurance denying coverage for like basic things. It's like, hey, this person needs a life-saving procedure and insurance will deem it unnecessary. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. Like, there have been times where having health insurance has saved my ass, but there's other times where it's like, man, this sucks. Because if you have, like, the state insurance where they just cover everything, it's great. Not everyone has that luxury, though. The kids have state insurance, so if the kids need doctor visits, ER trips, medications, they are covered 100%. We pay $30 a month for both my children to have state insurance, and I'm so happy for that. And my husband, he's privileged. He has just enough Native American in his blood that he has an Indian card. That Indian card can get him free coverage. Like, he has insurance, he has to pay for it still. He has to pay to have the insurance. But his plans, it's free. If he needs to go to the ER, free. Doctor's appointment, free. Medications, free. Because he is Native American. Like, he has just enough. Because, like, in his lineage, at some point, a full-blooded Irishman married a full-blooded Cherokee woman. And it diluted so much that he is, like, the last to have an Indian card. He is, like, has, like, the minimal amount of that bloodline in him that he can qualify for an Indian card. And because of that, he gets shit free. And I'm the one that has to pay shit. It's like, luckily, I don't get sick very often, and I don't need to go to the doctor very often. But when I do, damn, it sucks. And it's like, if someone in our family has to go without insurance, probably me. Because, for one, I'm at home all the time. Like, there's really no danger for me. And if I get sick, I know how to handle it, and I don't get, like, sick. And my husband is a truck driver. And with his profession, you know, blue collar, like, literally anything can happen. Anything can happen to him at any given moment. And if he needs to go see if he needs to go see a doctor, then he could just go see one. So, yeah. So the kids get their doctor's appointments, prescriptions, ER visits for no cost. My husband can get prescriptions, doctor visits, ER, no cost. I'm the only one that has to pay something. Yeah, the only thing my husband has to pay for is the insurance itself. The month-to-month payment. That's the only thing he has to pay for. I cannot mash fast enough for that. So, American healthcare system. Or at least, American insurance. Health insurance. I have had relatively good experiences with doctors in my area. I mean, of course, I've had some good, some bad. My hometown hospital sucks. I can tell you that much. Avoid that one as much as possible. But, I think I know what to get. But had relatively good experiences. My doctor, our family doctor, he's like the best. And like, he is the best, and a lot of people know he's the best. He's always so busy. He's always so busy, and if you need to get an appointment, unless you're like high up on a priority list, it's gonna take a while for you to see him. Like, I'm sure if I called and needed to schedule an appointment for being pregnant, I'd probably be seen right away because he knows what happened. He knows what happened. Vegeto's parents, my husband's parents, they are pretty high on the priority list just with their myriad of health issues. So if they need to be seen by him for whatever reason, they can get in and see him pretty quickly. Mad respect for semi-truck drivers. Yes, I can barely completely drive a normal-sized car. Rented a U-Haul once, and the whole time in my head was like, please don't crash, please don't crash. I know, seriously, for sure. Truck drivers really make the world go round. Like, there are some bad, some good. But there are a lot of good truck drivers out there, and a lot of people don't realize... Okay, so I'm sure a lot of people have seen like bad driver compilations, right? One thing that boggles my mind is when people try to brake check semis. You can't do that. That's not a good idea. You cannot brake check a semi. Like, brake checking is illegal, but... especially don't brake check a semi, because, hey, a big semi is going to take a long time to slow down. Semis cannot stop on a dime like a little car can. So, if you hit the brakes and you're like 2 feet in front of a semi, well, that's your own funeral, buddy. Big truck will be fine. Little car, not so much. So, yeah. Send my brake checkers back to high school freshman physics or hell, yes. Yes. Oop, hit the wrong button. It's over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can roll an 8. That would be fantastic. Yeah, baby. I have a plan. The plan is totally fine. But yeah, also, I don't even know how people still have a license with the way they fucking drive. Okay, I mentioned yesterday, and I'll mention it again today, because again, I'm a variety streamer, so I get lots of different people coming in and out with the games I play. But we had a snowstorm, like winter weather warning. Winter storm warning is what we were under the other day. And the next day, we had to go grocery shopping in a town an hour away. So the roads were very hit or miss. And the problem is, the main highways usually are the first to clear, and back roads are still garbage. So, we're on our way. Our county takes care of the roads fairly decent. But then when we cross the county line, roads got real bad. It's like, oh my god, this county sucks. And also, here's the thing. Traffic button, yeah. Anyway, driving when your roads are like partially covered with snow and ice, there is a way to do it safely. And it's one of those, if you are too scared to drive with real bad conditions, don't go out and drive. And it's like, I'm not a super expert at driving on snow and ice. I try to avoid it when I can. But if I have to, I have, I can handle it, at least in town. Maybe if I absolutely had to. But my husband, I trust him completely to be able to drive on snow and ice. Because he's done it a bunch. He knows how to do it. I trust him with my life, honestly, because I have to, right? So we're driving to the town an hour away because I live in small town Kansas. Of course, our nearest Walmart is an hour away, and that's where we were heading. On the highway, this happened 2 times on the way to and from. We got stuck behind. Oh shit, I meant to use my. Hold on. I meant to use my golden mushroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit! I meant to use my golden mushroom. Dang it. No. I meant to use my golden mushroom. It's fine. Anyway. Can I have to. It's fine. This happened twice. We got stuck behind, like, this conga line of vehicles in snow and ice. Right? And it's like, the road conditions are like fairly clear, 90% covered, fairly clear, 80% covered. So it's kind of patchy, right? So the thing to do when you're driving with these road conditions is to not be on cruise control, for one, and drive at a safe speed. Slow down a little bit for the patches covered in snow and ice, but like, don't be crawling. Like, don't be crawling. And because if you're going to crawl, slow down to a crawl on the highway, you're going to cause problems for literally everyone else. Because, hey, here's the thing, driving on snow and ice. Driving too slow can be just as dangerous as driving too fast. So here is a PSA from someone who grew up in Kansas and is used to when roads get real bad. So, yeah, driving really slow on the highway is just as dangerous. Like, we almost got into a wreck because of that. Because the line leader of this conga line of cars, they would speed up to about maybe 45 to 50 mile an hour on the highway on the clear patches. But then as soon as they saw an ice patch, like snow and ice patch, they slowed down to like 20 mile an hour. And it's like, if you're going to be doing that, find a spot, pull over, let the other vehicles go around you, then do that bullshit. Because if you're in this if you're the leader of the conga line and you're speeding up, slow down, speed up, slow down at like a rapid rate, you're going to cause an accident. Like, legitimately, we almost got into a wreck because of that. It was insane. And my husband got so tired of the nonsense on the way home. He was like, I know the back roads are going to look like garbage, but at least on the back roads, I'll be by myself and I don't have to worry about speed up, slow down, so I can just do whatever I need to do. So that's exactly what we did. And like, yeah, the back roads were garbage, 100%, but at least, he knew how to drive on them. He knows how to drive them, and like, he was on his own, no one in front, no one in back, like, he's just by himself. So it was just, so yeah, PSA to those who may not know how to drive in snow and ice. Yeah, driving extremely slowly is just as dangerous as driving fast. And if you are too terrified to drive in those conditions, stay home. This has been your PSA from Tessa Jane. Hello, Del Toro. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Hello. I hope you enjoyed my my PSA. Yeah, Kansas can have literally any kind of weather at any given time. Again, we had a snowstorm. Winter weather storm a few days ago, and Christmas Day was 70 degrees and sunny. And 2 weeks later, winter weather storm. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, there was one day where it was in college. So I was walking oh no, I went too fast, too furious. See what happens when you go too fast? See what happens when you go too fast? You slip and fall. Anyway, I was walking to class and I got hit in the eye with the snowflakes. Snowflakes were hitting me in the face literally on my way to class. And then later that evening, sunshine! 100% sunshine! And it was nice. It's a good day to be outside. And then in the evening, it started to rain. Yeah, it started to rain in the evening. That same day! Like, literally all 4 seasons in one day. Like, the morning was like winter coat, snow hitting your face. You know, mid-morning, you get the fall weather and everything. And then the highest point of the day, you get the summer, it's warm. We're all taking off our coats, t-shirt and shorts. And then in the evening, we have that spring rain, baby. Welcome to Kansas, where the weather is made up and the seasons don't matter. Yep. Yep, Kansas. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Yep. All my life. All my life, I've lived through that. Describing our New England weather up here. Yep. Literally anything can happen. It's crazy. Weather is just insane sometimes. Speaking of like insane weather, I may have to turn off my heater. Peach, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Mario. Sure. I think I'll be fine, maybe. Unless Mario does that. Nah, I'm good. I am good. Bloop. So yeah. Again, hopefully my PSA about driving on winter weather conditions was helpful to somebody. Because again, I'm not like an expert at driving on snow and ice. Yeah, I'm not an expert at driving on snow and ice, but I can if I have to. Like taking my kiddos to school, driving in town. Because again, small town, the major highways are usually the first to clear, and that's all the city cares about. Side streets, good luck. You're gonna need it. Peach, Luigi, Peach, Luigi, Peach, Luigi. Peach, Luigi, Peach, Luigi. There we go. We're good. Bloop. Anyway. Yeah, like side streets here right now are mostly melted. The spots that are still real bad covered in ice are like the spots that do not see the sun. There are spots that absolutely do not see the sun this time of year, so. And it's always really funny because I'm in an apartment complex that is like U-shaped. And right out my front door is like the inside of the U. And where the sun is this time of year is over on like one side of the apartments. So when the sun shines, there's like a little sliver of sunshine in this U, and that is like the first to like start melting. So there's like this strip of grass that you can see right now, and everything else is snow and ice covered. Like the sidewalk is still ice covered. So yeah, that is definitely a thing. I need to check the number of turns because ads are coming up. I apologize. But yeah, I don't like to drive in snow and ice, but I can if I have to. Our pickup does have 4-wheel drive, but it doesn't like to be in 4-wheel drive. Because there have been several times where I have tried to throw it in 4-wheel drive and it will not switch over. No matter how many times I try. And it's like, oh, transmission needs to be warm enough, because that happened to us over the weekend. But for me, it just will not do it. Like, the pickup could be running for like an hour and it will not switch over. So I was like, well, stuck in 2-wheel drive. Because like, if you're gonna live out here, 4-wheel drive is like a requirement. It's a prerequisite to living here. And also, it's like 4-wheel drive doesn't automatically save you from these conditions. You still have to know how to drive. Like, a fancy spoon is not going to feed you. You still have to actively feed yourself. So, yeah, having a pickup and having 4-wheel drive is not going to save you from these conditions. You still have to know how to drive in them. And again, if you are too scared to drive in snow and ice, then don't drive. Don't go out and drive. And here's the thing too, rain can be just as dangerous. Rain can be just as dangerous as snow and ice. And a lot of people here are worse than the rain because, like, yeah, the rain makes the road slick too, and it takes longer to brake. And also, heavy rain versus heavy snow. Heavy rain blocks your vision way more than heavy snow. So, there you go. This has also been a PSA. Where am... Ooh! Ooh! So, yeah. Weather conditions. And break time, too. So, and, like, the best thing to do... And also, the only way to learn how to drive in those conditions is to drive in those conditions. I never really had a chance to, like, actually practice in those conditions. And also, every car is different. Every vehicle is different to how it reacts to these conditions. And the best thing to do when, what button? Okay. I forgot what button it was to catch the bomb. Yeah, the best way to practice in those conditions is to go find a big empty parking lot and just go and just practice and just kind of drive, see what happens. Oh, come on. All right. So, yeah, find yourself a big empty parking lot. Learn how the vehicle reacts to things. Learn what to do. Also, here's the thing that people don't know. If you find yourself sliding, turn towards the direction you're sliding. Don't counteract it. Go with the slide. Like, if you start, like, slifting towards, like, your passenger side, turn your tires to the passenger side. There you go. Thumbs up. And again, I'm not an expert at it. Like, I know things, and also doing it's another thing too. So I really wish I had more practice driving in under those conditions. But yeah, I can if I have to like run errands in town. You know, it's not a big deal. There's a train outside. I can hear it. The train! Oh, yeah. Okay. I might take a break after... Oh, what turn are we on? We're on, like, 21. Okay. I did go for 35 because, I was having some, tech issues. Some tech issues right at the beginning when I went live, and it frazzled me a lot. And it didn't actually get like started until like 1. So I do remember one time we had a really bad snowstorm middle of the day when I was like grade school, 5th grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. I don't like remember exactly what grade I was in, but I do remember the vehicle my brother had. He had like this red convertible. And he was in charge of picking us up from school. And the snow was real bad. We had an early dismissal at like 1 p.m. because the weather was so bad. And he picks us up. And on our way home, well, to also preface, my mom was friends with someone, and she was picking up her friend's kids as well around that time. So my brother picks me and my sister up from school and these other 2 boys from school. And he needed to go drop off the boys before coming home. So on his way to drop off the boys, like, again, winter weather so bad, this is storming real bad. It covers the roads. You can hardly see where the curbs are. You don't know where the street is. So I'm pretty sure at one point my brother drove off of the road into somebody's yard and just went, oops. I'm pretty sure that's... Again, I don't remember exactly what year it was, but I remember being in grade school when this happened. Oh man, it was... It was something. It was something that happened. Oh my goodness. That was a fun experience. And I want to say that particular brother, my older brother, not the oldest, but the older brother, I want to say he has had the most traffic violations. I want to say he had to do community service because he got a particular ticket or something, or had enough tickets or something. He had to do community service for something, for some kind of traffic violation. But I think he has had the most traffic violations out of the 4 of us siblings. I can tell you I have had the least. My sister's been pulled over before, my oldest brother's been pulled over before, my other brother's been pulled over. I have never been pulled over. The closest I got was about a year ago. I was taking Allie to school one morning, and I had pulled over to drop Allie off, and everything was all fine and hunky-dory, and I go to pull off, and I look to my left and immediately see a cop there. Like, car stopped right next to me. It's like, oh no, they want to talk to me. So I rolled my window down, and they mentioned like, hey, I was gonna pull you over, but I saw you pull in here, so I'll just tell you, you have your driver's side taillight is out. It's like, you don't open a sentence with, I was going to pull you over, but... It's like, I understand they have to if, like, you have a taillight out. It's like, yeah, it's like, I'll take care of it later today, because I had my father-in-law come down and he replaced it for me. And this was on, I think, Riley's birthday. I think this was on Riley's birthday last year, too. Oh, man. That was a trip. But that's the closest I've ever been to being actually pulled over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay, I went silent for a second. Woo. Yeah, but like technically, on a technical level, I have never been pulled over. A cop has never once pulled me over. I have been in vehicles where the driver has been pulled over. Like, I've been in a vehicle where my sister's been pulled over, my husband's been pulled over a couple of times. But like, me as the driver, I have never been pulled over. Which I hope it stays, because I'm like a relatively good driver. I've had my moments, of course, but like, I have never been pulled over for anything that I have done. That was my fault, anyway. But with the whole like taillight thing, it is one thing where it's like, if I were to be pulled over, it would be for something like that. Like, oh, you have a taillight out. It's like, oh, a headlight's out or something. You know, that would be the reason I'd be pulled over. It's something like not necessarily my fault. So, but we're gonna take a break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. All righty, we are back. Or paper. We're back. I haven't had a drink yet, sitting down, because I saw the song was going to transition over. It's fine. Anyway. Alright, we're back. Hello. What a welcome back. We have chance time. I've been, like, half paying attention. So it's like, what else is new? What else is new from Mario Party streams? Me half paying attention to the board? Like, for real. Like, let's be so for real. Yeah, Tessa, bring new content. And it's just me, like, not even paying attention to what's going on. So, playoff football happened this weekend. And as a Chargers fan... it went about as well as you'd expect, honestly. Where's the star? Up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I roll real high with this, I can snipe it, but I have to roll real high. That's the problem. You know what? I'm not gonna look. We're gonna see what happens. How'd we do? You know, that's not the worst in the world. I'll take it. It's above 20. We'll see what the item shop has for me, though. Sure, what do you got? Golden mushroom? You know what? Yeah, I'll take a golden mushroom. I'll take another one. Yeah! Okay, 5. Where does it put me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the bridge, but no one's really there. So... no one's really there, I don't think. So, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Yeah, playoff football happened, and, as a Chargers fan, yeah, it went about as well as you'd expect. Because, our O-line, garbage. Like a big, heaping, flaming pile of garbage. Like, dude. I hate everything. It's a miracle we even made it to the playoffs with how garbage our O-line is. Like, Herbert should not even be scrambling the way he is every freaking play. It's insane. Sniped it. Yeah, but also all the other games were really, really good. Let's see. Trying to remember. What was it? The 49ers beat the Eagles 23-19. 23-19! 23-19! Haven't seen that move in a while. So the Eagles, so the returning Super Bowl champs are out of the playoffs now. First, the Chiefs didn't make it, and now the returning champs are a lost cause. Oh, come on, Mario. Why you gotta steal my thunder? He stole my thunder. Houston beat Pittsburgh. The Bears beat the Packers. The Bears beat the Packers. Trying to remember who all the fuck. Bills beat the Jags. Okay, so AFC games. Trying to think. New England beat the Chargers. Buffalo beat Jacksonville. What was the third AFC game? Texans beat the Steelers. So those are all the AFC games. The NFC, 49ers beat the Eagles. Bears beat the Packers. Fuck, what was the other game? What was the other game? I don't remember. I don't remember what the other game was. Shit, I don't remember. Hold on, I'm looking it up. It's going to bug me that I can't remember. Hit block. Yo, let's go. Because I have the NFL app. Rams beat the Panthers. Oh my god. And it's like, also, give the Panthers credit. They have been like coasting in a division where no one thought of any of them, honestly. And the Panthers almost had the Rams. Every time I checked the score, up until like the end, the Panthers were ahead of the Rams. Oh no. Anyone else hear those sirens? Oh no. Hope everything's okay. Because goodness, that is not a fun sound to hear. Hello, DA. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Predictions. 49ers win next game 49-0. I mean, it's possible. It could happen. It could happen. You never know. But also, my team is out. Chargers really need to invest in an O-line. We're turning Justin Herbert into Joe Burrow, and I hate that. Because Joe Burrow has gone literal years without a good O-line. And it's like, bro deserves better. As much as I'm not like the biggest fan of Joe Burrow, he's good. He's good. He is good. But yeah, my favorite team is the Chargers. And I do like Justin Herbert, but like that O-line, man. Like 3-man rush with 7 people blocking, and they get to Herbert in like 2 seconds. That is bullshit. That is bullshit if you ask me. Like, the worst O-line of the entire NFL, all the teams, all the rosters. It's terrible. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, man. Oh. But also, it's like, with the Chiefs out of the playoffs, no Joe Burrow. No Joe Burrow, no Mahomes. You know, no other, like, major threat, quote-unquote. If Josh Allen doesn't win the Super Bowl this year, or at least makes it to the Super Bowl, they ain't getting one. Ever. If you want Josh Allen to be the guy, he needs to at least take their team to the Super Bowl. At least. And if he can't do that, then he ain't ever gonna do it. So, that is just, my take for the day. Great, awesome. How's pasta? Pasta is pretty good. I don't have near the back problems today as I did yesterday. Yellow! I was gonna, like, show my age. When I was younger, you know, anytime we, like, answer the phone, it'd be yellow. Anyone else? I feel like old people would do that. But it's like, you know, like my parents' thing, in a way. It's like, you open the phone. You answer the phone and be like, yellow. You know? Instead of hello. And you know what makes me really sad? How are you? I'm doing, pretty good right now, at least. You're just mad I stole your star and you can't steal it back. Ha ha ha. You can steal my money though, it's fine, whatever. When you have kids and you learn the language of your toddler, and then when the toddler grows out of that language and they're starting to talk more like a kid, with Riley being in preschool, there are some words where, you know, it's real cute toddler language still, like backpack is pack. But yellow used to be lello, and it's not lello anymore. And it's one of those that just makes me real sad. Because it's like, Riley's growing up. It's not lello anymore. She used to call quesadillas pizza. Now she knows what a quesadilla is. Now she knows the difference. He makes me so sad. But yeah, backpack is still pack. So that one probably won't change for a while. So, because pack is close enough to backpack. That one's not a big deal. Huh, but yeah, toddler language, man. Toddler language is great. Boop. Wee. Thread and needle. Nope, that ain't getting that one. But yeah, Lello isn't yellow anymore. And that makes me a little sad. But that's okay. And other things happening in my life. My Monday and Thursday evenings are going to start becoming busy because Allie's first basketball game is Thursday. I'm a mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Stress, fearless, say yes, we don't dress to impress. Yeah, Allie's first basketball game is Thursday at 8 p.m. Real late, I know, but 8 p.m. is Allie's first basketball game. And Mondays and Thursday evenings are when the basketball games happen. And it's going to get a little busy for a while. I think the tournament is February 12th. Because the tournament's usually like the end. Obviously, right? 16th. February 16th is when the end of the season is. So for a month. So for about a month. It's not every single Monday and Thursday. There are some weeks Allie has, or some games, some days Allie has off, where instead of 2 games a week, it's 1. Cause she plays the 15th, and her next game after that is the 22nd. So it'll have kind of a slow start, I think, but the thick of it will be in a couple of weeks. But yeah, Allie starts her basketball games. She starts her basketball games Thursday. She loves basketball. It's her favorite sport. So, of course, we're going to support her. Now, I think her team, overall, they seem to like each other and they gel pretty well. I don't know how good they're going to be in comparison because last year, well, her first year, her team was pretty good and she had very good coaches her very first year in 3rd grade. Last year, it was okay. Coaches weren't like the best, but they were good. But last year, one of her teammates was a really bad ball hog. And you don't really want to be on a team with a ball hog. I know I wouldn't. And it was always a problem because like everyone knew to give her the ball because she would just take it in herself. And she scored like majority of the points. And I remember that team got second in that tournament. And it's one of those, it's like, for stuff when they're this age group, like, 9, 10, this age group, I don't blame the kid, I blame the parent for things. Like, because, like, she's a ball hog. It's like, did no one ever tell her to be a teammate? And I remember that team got second place in the tournament, and Allie didn't care. Allie didn't really care. She just wanted to have fun, which is totally cool. You know, it's totally okay. You know, because, like, Allie does not have a competitive bone in her body. Which, I cannot say the same. I am very competitive when it comes to certain things, especially sports, but, like, Allie, not at all. Which, you know, again, totally fine. But this girl, she was upset, and I, you know, sympathize with that. I totally understood the being upset at not, like, winning, you know, winning the big game. I understand being upset at that. The thing that got me was I heard her crying. Luigi's right there. Yeah. If I didn't hesitate, I could have, but it's fine. I heard her crying, and she was upset over not winning. Again, totally understand. And then she went to her mom, and I heard her mom saying, "Stop crying. Wait till we get home. Everyone doesn't need to see you crying." And I really wanted to turn around and say something about that. Because, say, you know, for hypothetical sake, let's say Allie was super competitive, and she was also upset over not winning the big game for, you know, to be number one, right? Let's say she was really upset. What I would have done if she came to me crying, I would have hugged her and said it's okay. And that it's okay to be upset. I would not have said to stop crying and, like, that's an at-home thing. Like, no. These are little girls. Let them, you know, show their emotions. It's okay. Like, I really wanted to say something to that parent. I really did. But, like, she doesn't, like, okay, so this girl's mom, the one that was like, don't cry, wait till we get home to cry, she doesn't pass my vibe check. She does not pass my vibe check. So, yeah, that's a thing. Like, yeah, I've got, you know, as a mom, I've got a vibe check, and I'm constantly worrying about things and how I parent compared to others, and, you know, I worry about stuff like that, like, literally all the time. What is happening? Wow, I fell behind and could not catch up. I worry about it all the time, and, but what makes me feel a little bit better is if, you know, hearing stuff like that, it's like, man, at least I'm not that parent. And it's like, my parents weren't like that. My parents weren't super duper ultra competitive and got in my head all the time. They tried to help me out. Because, like, my parents were, like, some of the best Little League coaches. Yeah, they were some of the best Little League coaches. And because they taught the fundamentals, they knew how to, you know, communicate with the kids and help them get better. And, you know, it translated to, you know, us kids in sports. So it's like, I, you know, try to use some of that as much as I can with, you know, my own kids. Because Riley's going to start sports. I think she's old enough for T-ball this summer. That's going to be really interesting. I don't trust Riley with any kind of a two-handed wielding thing. But I digress. But yeah, I try to do my best, and sometimes, I will admit, I lose my temper from time to time, but I try not to take it out on the kids. It's just one of those, it's like, just listen to me for like 1 second, or just trying to find the right way to communicate what I'm trying to communicate. So it's like, sometimes it just, And it's just, But I try my best. Yeah, I know. What is a Tessa stream without ranting about something? Exactly. I'm always ranting. So yeah, but fortunately, unfortunately, that same girl that was the ball hog is not on her team this year, because they're in the same grade. So, because over here, the boys and girls basketball at the rec commission is separated into 3rd and 4th grade and 5th and 6th grade, and Allie is in 5th grade. So, and this other girl is in her same grade, so they'll be at the same level. But they're not on the same team this year. So I am thankful and unthankful because thankful that don't have to deal with a ball hog on the team and a coach not knowing what to do about it. And unthankful because we have to play this girl. She's probably just gonna dog walk all over everybody like she did last year, but I mean, who knows? Alright, standard last 5 turns. Procedures: all red and blue spaces are doubled, and if you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. Let's go. Yeah, I only opted for 35 turns because I had tech issues. I had tech issues at the very beginning and didn't get started until 1 p.m. So, yeah. It's fine, though. But yeah, I think her team right now is fairly cohesive. I haven't watched any of the practices, honestly. And a lot of it is because they practice so late at night. They practice in the evenings, and it's usually when Riley goes to bed. Because the evening of her first practice was so bad. Riley was so cranky. So, yeah, and, like, Riley's bedtime, you know, it's like, yeah, it's early, and, like, I put her to bed, and I quickly take Allie to practice. Again, shit you could only get away with in a small town, plus, I've got good neighbors around, so, you know, everything's fine. I'm in a relatively safe neighborhood. So, I'm not abandoning my kids. I wouldn't do that. But, you know, it takes a village, okay? But yeah, like, her practices are so late at night, it's like, I don't want to sit and watch for the entire hour while also trying to take care of Riley, who is absolutely tired. I'll do that during the game. I'll take Riley to the games, because I'm not going to leave Riley at home alone for the games. I'll take her to the game. Also, on evenings, Vegeta is home. He can, you know, be at home with Riley. So, yeah. Stop trying to steal my food. I don't got much. I had cereal for lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm just gonna go with it. I am gonna go with it. In a world full of 15s, be a 16. In a world full of followers, be the leader. In a world where everyone's the same, be different. I just said the same message 3 times in a row. So, yeah, I'm excited and nervous for, like, a lot of different things for, like, you know, 2026. I will tell you that I don't know what Mario parties are going to entail, because I know a couple years ago I did the Gauntlet run. In 2024, I did the Gauntlet run, where I did every single board of Mario Party. Yeah, every single board of Mario Party, 50 turns. And I did, like, a tier list of, like, 1 through 8. I don't know if I want to do something like that again. The thing is, I don't know if I have the time to really do that. Mostly because, with Riley in the afternoon preschool class, I start streams later than normal. And I have to pick her up at a certain time. So, and that's why I stopped where I did for Final Fantasy 16. If I didn't have to worry about picking her up, I would have kept going. Because it's a major boss fight I stopped right before, and I feel bad, but it's like, I gotta stop. Alright, let's go. Babza. Dabza. Anyway. Whew. I just went quiet after that. Oh man, what's a Tessa's dream without Tessa being cringe, am I right? I'm always cringe. Cringe is my state of being. Cringe is my internal state of being. Who am I? I am cringe. I'm always cringe. See? Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, 2026. In a couple of months, Riley turns 5. I'm gonna have a 5-year-old again. The last time I had a 5-year-old... The last time I had a 5-year-old, she busted her head open at the playground. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Oh, stretching. I need to stretch. Let's see. Hopefully summer sports would go pretty okay. You know, but it's only January, you know, take things one day at a time, but like time flies so fast. It's one of those, when you're a kid, like, you know, everything goes so slow, or it's like you don't want to grow up, but like, or it's like you don't like, what am I trying to say? When you're younger, I think it's like you don't really like appreciate the time that you have as a kid. And when you grow up, you wish you would have had that time again. And I've been seeing a lot of things about 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. I've been seeing a lot of things about, like, when you're a kid, like, you know, there's stuff that makes you happy, and it's like, oh, the thing is, when you're an adult, you're not supposed to like those kid things again, but like, no, the things that make you happy as a kid, they can 100% still make you happy as an adult. Like, I saw this TikTok of, like, a dude with, stickers, like, when, it's a dude, that works like a doctor, like ER doctor or whatever, and it's one of those, like, little kids get stickers when they get to the doctor. Why couldn't you not give a sticker to an adult? You know, I would love to get like a sticker, you know, just for showing up at the doctor. You know, like, give me a little sucker for being a good girl at the doctor. But no. But also it's like stuff that's like, you know, specifically made for children, like, oh, the plushies, the games, the toys. Like, it's okay to get the things that once made you happy as a kid, because it will still make you happy as an adult. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I still play Mario Party. I play Nintendo. And a lot of people love to delegate Nintendo to a kids game. They're for kids. They're for children. But, like, you know, I grew up on Nintendo. I grew up with Nintendo. I still play it as an adult because that's what makes me happy. And I would rather make me happy than to fall into this stereotype or this box of what other people want me to be just because I am a 30-year-old woman. So. Don't lose your sense of whimsy as you get older. Keep that inner child happy. Yeah, Peachy's got it. Because I'm sure if, you know, in high school I mentioned like, oh yeah, I play Mario Party a lot, I play Nintendo a lot, everyone would have just called me a baby. Like, what are you, a child? But as an adult, you know, I play Mario Party, I play Nintendo. There's a lot of people that think, yeah, that's cool. So. Left, up, Z, B, Z, left up, Z, B, Z. Left, up, Z, B, Z, 5, 6, 7, 8. Z, left, up, Z, left, up, A, left, up. Z, left, up, A, left, up. Pattern recognition. Yeah. Woo. What turn are we on? Last 2 turns. Alright. Yeah, but I am also like a big advocate on just do whatever makes you happy as long as it is within reason and legal. Like, I'm not gonna say do whatever you want, do what makes you happy, and if stealing makes you happy, that's illegal. Don't do that. And yes, I'm going to gatekeep stealing. Don't do that. Please do not do that. We meet again, Luigi. We have to stop meeting like this. But yeah, I'm a big thing, like, do what makes you happy. And I'm also really big on, as a mom, I am really big on not fully losing yourself in motherhood, that you forget who you are. And I know, let me do this duel real quick and then let me get my thoughts out. There's 2 sides to this. There's 2 sides to a lot of things. There's 2 sides. With losing yourself in motherhood, there's the women who don't get the support from their spouses, or like they're just so swamped they don't have time for their hobbies. All they're focused on is the kids, and their husband can do whatever they want, or they're a single parent who's just on the grind, you know, trying to do what's right for the kids, trying to do right by the kids. And it's like they lose their self while trying to help provide. And on the flip side, there are women who fully commit to being a mom and they make it their entire personality. It's like they lose their selves to being a mom, but they're fully committed to being a mom. Like, they make it their whole personality. And I know both sides. I have been, sometimes I still struggle with, like, who am I? Sometimes. It's like, I need time for me things, right? I need time to be Tessa Jane and not just mom for my kids. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And there's women who try to do that. And there's also the women who, or the moms who will, you know, just go get their hair and nails did literally all the time and just forget about the kids. That's a no. That's a no for me, Chief. But again, there's the moms who make being a mom their entire personality. And that's what I have little beef with, because it's the ones who make it their entire personality, the ones who refuse to change. they're the ones who refuse to do anything about it. Because it's like, oh, they make being a mom their entire personality. Well, get something sorted out, find a hobby. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But it's like, they're just gonna complain and complain and complain and complain about, you know, not having time for themselves. And it's like, why are you causing the problem and complaining about the problem? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Does he get to choose? He does! And it's me! Again, Luigi, we have to stop meeting like this. This is like, what, the 4th time? So, yeah, as a mom, I have lots of opinions and takes on things. And years ago, all I knew from other people was them laying into the, you know, motherhood thing. Like, they make being a mom their entire personality because that's all of what was around me. But now it's like, I understand perspective-wise how some people could lose themselves into like all I am as a mom, because I've been there. So it's like there's some, you know, you gotta have a little bit of empathy and be able to see the two sides. Well, it's like, well, if, you know, you're not getting the support you need, then yeah, I'll help you fix it. But if it's like you're fully throwing yourself into being a mom and complaining that all you are is a mom, then that's your own fault. Then that is your own fault. Hello, Dustin. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. 31 shiny Pokemon. Nice. That's a lot of shinies. And hello, Alex. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. It is me. Let's see. I have a lot of money. It is me. I am the minigame star. Hello. Yeah. Just talking about motherhood and stuff. Because it's one of those where I know we lost a big piece of the stream when Riley started going to school. Because a lot of people loved Riley hanging out here and chiming in. And one of the best moments on stream was her saying bitches. But as a mom who, you know, we've reached a state of annoyance in a way. But it's one of those, I'm glad I have a little bit of time to myself to be Tessa Jane, you know, instead of just mom. So even if it's like 20 minutes, like, you know, that's why sometimes like when I take my showers in the morning, sometimes I just kind of just relax a little bit because it's like, that's like my time to myself. So whatever happens out there is none of my business until I get out. So I'll never understand why people have a kid they don't want, because it usually just ends up the kid gets resented and in some cases abused because parents take their anger out on the kid. Yeah. And it's one of those, give people, some people deserve a little bit of grace when they first find out and the reactions of things, because some people do kind of grow into it despite initial feelings. Because I did have Allie when I was really young. Like, I had her at 19. So when we found out, you know, I was pregnant, there was a lot of mixed feelings. Like, what do we do? You know, because we were still in college. So there was like a lot of mixed feelings. Now, I love the shit out of her, even though like there are, you know, some definite quarrels that we have had because she's getting older, you know, she's 10, so. But yeah, like feelings do change. It's when they don't, or they change in the opposite direction. That's when we have problems. 2013 Banks, is that what I saw? Yeah, that's the year I graduated. 13 years ago, that's crazy. Sorry, from Kingdom Hearts 4 to Pokemon Z8. Nice. Nice. But yeah, you know, lots of people want grace. Because, or like deserve a little bit of grace. Like, I saw this TikTok float around, not TikTok, it's a screenshot of a TikTok float around on Twitter, and it's one of those, like, I don't know the whole situation, and people are assuming it is, like, one particular situation, and it's one of those, like, if a mom doesn't want to be a mom, or, like, if someone doesn't want to be a mom and they end up pregnant, and, you know, there's a lot of different situations that can happen, and they end up having the baby, but they don't want motherhood, and they leave the dad single. It's like, you know, again, it's a case-by-case thing. Don't know the entire situation, and I hate it when people take, like, this screenshot without, like, adding context or, like, really explaining and just assuming it is one context. Because, you know, a lot of different things could happen, and it's on both sides. There can be deadbeat dads and deadbeat moms. So, don't get me wrong, I 100% sympathize with young parents, because a lot of cases, it's a kid raising a kid. They still need to learn to raise themselves while raising another kid, but when they get angry and blame the child for the issues, that's when I'm like, no, it's not your kid's fault. I understand you're stressed, but don't be rude to the kid ever. Exactly. And it's like, yeah, you know, I'm a mom of 2 kids, and I get really irritated at my kids sometimes, but I don't blame them for anything. It's not their fault. It's not the kids' fault. You know? And that's where, like, you know, you hear stories of, like, oh, you know, children being the product of, you know, say, like, rape or an affair or something. But, like, the easiest thing to do is point the blame at the kid, at the result of said cheating. Or, you know, whatever. Let's just use the cheating for an example, because there's a lot of dark things that can happen. But anyway, say, like, someone has an affair and ends up pregnant, and, you know, the baby ruins the family. Everyone's going to point to the baby and not the 2 people that did the devil's tango to make the baby. You know, it's just the misguided aggression. I'm going to snooze ads for a little bit, because we are done with the board. I feel okay, but I'm cool to yap for a little bit. But yeah, like, people need to redirect their anger towards other things. Hello, Johnny. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. I did see you the first time, but, like, the mic issues and everything. One-shot context assumptions is a big problem in media literacy. Exactly. Because, like, okay, I don't want to get too, like, political, because I am, like, if anyone gets political, it's like, no, but I just know this topic can get political, so I'm just going to give you the situation. So the screenshot I saw was, like, this dad holding the baby, say, like, oh, mom wanted an abortion, but I didn't want her to, and she had the baby, and now she's gone. And a lot of people are just straight up assuming, oh, the dad forced her to have the baby. Which, plausible, right? What else is plausible is, like, that's his baby too. You know, he gets a say in that. You know, like, yes, it's the woman's body, but, like, you know, it takes 2 to tango. So it's like, there's a lot of heart-to-hearts that need to happen for stuff like that. So that's kind of where it's like, again, I am missing a lot of the context. And I'm not trying to be devil's advocate, but it's one of those, it's like, I don't know the full situation. So I cannot decide on whether I agree with everyone's statements or not. Because, like, yeah, what, like, if he did, like, just force her, you know, just, and was like, oh no, she left. I'm so surprised she left. And it's like, yeah, that's your fault. But it's like, well, it's, dad gets to say, because it is his baby too. And if they're like, well, you know, I'll take care of the baby, you can go do whatever, then, you know, that's that. Everyone's situation's different. So it's just, it bugs me so bad when people just jump to, like, a conclusion and the collective agrees. I hate that. I hate that because, like, we don't have the full context of everything. So, let's see. It's another thing that irks me when people judge mom or dad for leaving, but they never know what happened, because there's a lot of times the other partner makes it extremely difficult for the mom or dad to see the child when they want, or the mom and dad cannot mentally have a child. One parent wants it, one doesn't. They mutually agree only one of them be the parent. Yeah. Yeah, been lurking. Hello, yeah, hi. I do 100% believe the man in the relationship can give his opinion in abortion and plead why they should or shouldn't, or should not keep the baby, but the final decision should be the woman's, because they deal with all the physical implications at the end of the day. That is true. I think, I'll allow it because context. That's the wrong click. There we go. My thing is, like, if both parents, are cordial with each other and not like a one-night stand type thing, I think there should be, like, heavy discussions. It should not be an easy decision. That's, again, I don't want to get too political on this because, like, abortion can be a political topic. My thing is, it takes two to tango. It should be a lengthy discussion on what to do going forward. That's my take anyway. It's weird to me when people joke, back when I was a sperm cell, you weren't just a sperm cell, you were also an egg. Yeah, you were a sperm and an egg. Yeah, it takes two to tango. Like standard biology practice, because I know there's ways to get pregnant without having two to tango, but it does take a sperm and an egg. Sex education, everyone! But yeah, and like as a parent, and I was a young parent as well, I have my takes, and I'm, it's one of those other people's decisions doesn't affect me. Unless it affects me, then I'll care. I literally do not care if it does not directly affect me. So, but yeah, and I also see, like, outside looking in, not just like, having babies and stuff, but also I've seen, relationships crumble because children. And it's not like the children's fault, it's the parents. Because I witnessed, two of our friends, former friends, whatever, they were having major relationship issues. And the thing is, they were trying for a baby because they thought a baby could fix their relationship. Babies 100% do not fix relationships. They don't. They are the result of a relationship being fixed, not the solution. And now this couple, these former friends of ours, they're divorced now, but they're fighting over custody. And it's like, and I don't hear much from one side, but I hear from the other, and all I hear from the other, it's like, you know what? Yes, the evidence does stack up against the other guy, and, do what's right and try to, get custody of the kids. But you can't do it in a way that's you versus them. Think of the children. Do what's in the best interest of the children. Stop trying to get revenge and do what's best for the children. And that's kind of my issue on the outside looking in with, these former friends of ours. That, like, it's like all they do is just like, it's like, oh, me versus you, and the kids suffer because of that mentality. And it drives me crazy that it happens way more than we think. It's not just these guys. It's a lot of other couples out there. It's a lot of me versus you, and the kids get the bad end of it. The kids get the worst of it. So, me and my mom actually talked about it. One of the topics we brought up is obviously pregnancy can kill the mom, and she said if it leads to that, she would save us over her, and that shocked me. So here's the thing. I see this as a hot topic, and it really shocks a lot of people, because I almost died. I almost died when I gave birth, but baby was fine, Baby was fine, so we didn't have to worry about this scenario popping up. But most doctors, like, their primary patient is the mother. That is their primary patient. So if anything happens, they are going to save the mother. Top priority. And it's one of those, you should. You should 100% do everything it takes to save the mom. Like, yeah, it could mentally damage, but it's one of those, a mom can have another baby. That baby will not get another mom. So if I was in a situation where it was me or the baby, I would rather me, you know? And that's pretty heavy to think about, but as someone who almost died in childbirth, you know, that's what I would have, you know, rather happen. If it was me or the baby, me. You know, and I'm sure my husband would have picked the same. And it's so stupid how that is controversial. It's like, oh my god, why would you not say the baby? Again, if the mother chooses, the mother can have another baby, but that baby will not get another mom. Like, you know, biological mom, you know, will not have their mom. So, and I don't know about the case, states where the UK courts actively refuse to hear out the opinions of which parent the kids want to be with, feel safe with, and I think they need to start considering the kid's opinion too. I think at a certain age, for sure, I think 13, the kids can actively pick. In some cases, it's really not a good idea to listen to the kids. Like, if you have a 5-year-old who, you know, goes with their dad every other weekend and they want to stay with dad because, oh, dad lets him stay up late. Dad feeds him a bunch of candy. You know, dad doesn't take care of the kid. Dad spoils the kid, you know, plays with them, just lets them play on video games all day long, lets them stay late. Of course, a 5-year-old's gonna want to do that and eat a bunch of candy, and eat a bunch of junk, and not be taken care of. So I think there's a certain age where you start listening to the kids. So, and I don't really know what that age threshold is, but there is some kind of threshold. That was my last snooze of the ad, so we have like a few minutes left. But yeah, that's just kind of, you know, the whole thing with like parents and stuff. Like, as a parent, I feel like I have some input on the matter. So, and it's one of those, like, if anything ever did happen, of course I would want the best interest of the kids. You know? But I don't think anything will anytime soon. Hopefully. Unless something crazy happens, knock on wood. I'm literally knocking on wood right now. But yeah, I see it too many times where it's, you know, mom versus dad. And it leaves the kids out and the kids suffer. It really needs to be in the best interest of the kids. The only time where it should be one parent completely over the other versus the other, versus the, you know, other parent, it should be like in abusive situations to get them out of the care of the abusive parent. So, but again, there's exceptions to everything, but standard, you need what's best for the kids. 100%. So, that'll be it for today. Schedule for the week. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Pokemon Legends ZA. We're in the story where we are on our way to get our Challenger ticket to go fight Kanari. That's where we are in the story. So, okay. I don't know where she is in her stream, it's fine. He's gonna always spoiled by my mom. And she's like, go play games, here's this candy and all that. When I actually wanted to talk to her and be around her, be a kid with his mom, she didn't care, but my dad was the one who spent time with me and took me places and did all the parent-child things. Yeah, and again, like, every family dynamic is different. Every dynamic is different, and it's one of those, again, do what's best for the kids. I'm a big advocate of that. Because I get so sick and tired of seeing, you know, mom versus dad and stuff like that, where it should be what's in the best interest for the kid. If one of them doesn't want to be a parent, then let them not be a parent. If the dad doesn't want to be a dad, he shouldn't be a dad. If the mom doesn't want to be a mom, she shouldn't be a mom. Plain and simple. But, oh yeah, that's just, you know, my take. Let's see, what is Sylvia up to? Sylvia's streaming right now. She's playing Hollow Knight, Silk Song. let's see. Is my phone audio not working? Okay, I think she's just quiet on stream. I was like, can I hear her? I couldn't, but I had to turn it way up. Raid message. What should our raid message be? Something sword. Princess and the Sword. Hold on. Please, we have manners. Add the please. If you are subbed to me, use my emotes. If you are not, use whatever emotes you want. Please. If I can type, that'd be great. So we're gonna go rate Sylvia. She's playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, trying 100%, it looks like. And Sylvia is awesome. I haven't been able to rate her in a minute, so it'll be really nice. So before ads get going, let me get this started. That is her username, correct? Yes. Okay. Should work. Okay. So that'll be for today. Princess and the Sword, please, is our raid message. And we'll see you tomorrow for ZA. So Mondays are Final Fantasy 16, Tuesdays and Thursdays are some kind of Mario Party, and Wednesdays and Fridays are Pokemon Legends ZA. So thank everyone for coming out and hanging out, and we will see you next time.